Welcome to today's video. The vocal technique I want to share with you today turned my world upside down in the best possible way. Before I say another word, we've got to give credit where credit is due, because this exercise and technique and approach and science I'm going to share with you today comes from researchers including the speech pathologist Kerry Obert and the voice educator and researcher Chadley Valentine. Amazing people. Please go support them and check them out. So let's get into it. I think the best place to start is with an audio reference or with some kind of a sonic reference. I'm going to share with you some singers using it, but before we even get there, let's find the level 10 version of this sound. So I want you to make an or sound for me. Or. Now see if you can make that or with the tongue retracted, pulled back as much as possible. Like an sound. That's it, we'll say even level 12. That's an extreme. That's not going to be helpful. That's too retracted. That's actually going to have negative consequences, right? That's what people might describe as, oh my God, it's tongue tension. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. So now let's just try chill that back a little bit. And I'm going to get you to do a funny impression of Kermit the Frog.
Is the most famous frog in the world.
So you're going to say, Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. So you have the her sound. You can even think of like a silly impression exaggerating the Shakira tone, like her. Got that? Okay, let's listen to this quality chilled back and being used in singing.
I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right.
So can you hear it in her sound?
I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. All the attraction.
That really gives Shakira her signature tone quality, isn't it? Okay, so that's an fairly extreme use of it. Let's find another use case. Okay, so now we're going to listen to this clip of Christina Aguilera, and I want you to listen out for the word look.
Look inside yourself.
Can you hear the tongue placement for that?
Look inside yourself.
Okay, right, we're getting accustomed to hearing it now. Let's have a male example. So we're going to listen to how he sings Wonder Where You Are. He really is allowing or to be in the sound.
'Cause I wonder where you are.
Ah, instead of ah.
And I wonder what you do.
And I wonder what you do. So that retraction is happening. So let's check out Renee Fleming singing Casta Diva. And I want you to look at her tongue. Watch her tongue and notice when it is retracted and notice when it isn't retracted. Notice? Can we see it here? So there's a so the tip is forward, but the dorsum is up and the root of the tongue is back. See it? And still back. Now it's changed. See how it's flattened now? She definitely, because it went a lot higher, that particular strategy wasn't going to work anymore. So she adapted more to potentially having more twang in the sound. There's still that element of the warmth in the ringtone, I think. So I think the root of the tongue is still occupying some space in the throat space. Oh, Oh, stunning. Oh my God. So what's the tongue position? Well, the tip of the tongue, that's it, is towards the front. The dorsum, which is the middle of the tongue or the hump of the tongue, is high. And then the root, like imagine your tongue is kind of taking up the space of your fist in your mouth, basically. And even some of my wrist, because the tongue root goes all the way down to the larynx into the throat space. So the middle of the tongue is humped up, the tip is forward, and the root is actually moving back. I know that sounds like a bad thing, like what the hell, tongue tension, you know, taking up more space in my throat. I don't want to have a closed throat feeling. It can get excessive. It can, you know, you would want to make sure that you do have a very well innervated tongue, like your tongue has a lot of like mapping in terms of your nerve endings, like you can find your tongue. Like some people can't feel their tongue enough, and I actually ask those singers to use like tongue scrapers in the morning to wake up their tongue, because your tongue is so important when it comes to singing. You've no idea. It is like the most important part of the whole system. But anyway, that's for another video. What's happening when you put your tongue into that position, you end up boosting certain frequencies. To be specific, it's about like 1,000, 1,400 up to 3,000 hertz. They're really brilliant frequencies to be boosting. They move two of your resonances closer together, which means you have more of an opportunity to catch the resonance and to catch the power and catch that energy boost. And what's like resonance boost, energy boost? That's basically free energy, free resonance, free volume, free power for your voice, meaning that the muscles in the neck, in the throat, in the larynx don't have to work as hard. The breath doesn't have to work as hard. The vocal folds just start like blowing in the wind like a flag, if you can get the resonance right. And I bet you have experienced this in a lesson before, or when you've been singing, where you're like, oh my God, that note, I could just sing that note for days. What happened there? That's when you hit the resonance sweet spot. And this is one way you can start getting that resonance sweet spot. The reason I adore it is that it really helps me access a particular mix quality that I'm looking for around my G4 to, whoa, sorry about that. Around my G4 to my D5. That little transition spot for me can be a bit ropey, and this particular resonance strategy smooths it out for me like a dream. So next, let's do an exercise. So we're going to start here again where we get that Kermit the Frog reference, or you can do that like a silly Shakira impression where you're exaggerating it, or you're doing your Kermit the Frog. Or you can do like I like an ah sound with it, and imagine that I'm imitating a can of Coke opening, going and I can feel that tongue position. Once you have that, you're going to try this for me. You're going to say the word weir. Remember, your E vowel is actually created in the throat space, not in the mouth space, in the throat space. Now, of course, there's some resonance happening in the mouth space, but for your E vowel to sound like an E vowel, all you need is the shape in your throat. You don't need to do anything with your lips. So think about that. The E then is moving to the R. Weir. And you're hanging out on that ear. Now, on any pitch, kind of practice it like you're being an alien, like weir. Do you hear those little overtones I'm moving through? That means we're really sweeping through that little harmonic spectrum and pulling out all of those harmonics and getting them boosted. Oh my God, it's so exciting. Can I show you what it looks like on Voce Vista? So Voce Vista is like a visualizer for the voice. So have a look at what my voice looks like when I sing weir. So I want you watching from about 1,500 hertz up to about 3,000 hertz and see what happens when I do weir. How cool. So we have this pure sweep up and down through all of these magic frequencies that we want to boost in the sound to give us more power. And, you know, we're going to be able to catch a ride on one of these frequencies by sweeping through them, right? So just really increasing our chances of hitting the sweet spot in our voice. So now let me share with you my struggle with I Have Nothing, this particular line. Can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Don't make me close one more door. Okay. You can hear the it's a bit too heavy at the bottom. It gets a bit too thin at the top, right? So now I'm going to practice. We're. I'm really getting somewhere now at the top. I like that a lot. We're. Can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Well, don't make me close one more door. Isn't it so much better? It just feels like night and day. You can't get enough of it. So that is my tip for today. Thank you again so much, Kerry Obert, Chadley Ballantyne, for teaching me that particular trick and helping me understand the science. I hope that my understanding and breakdown of it has been helpful for you today. If you would love to work with me, I am on such a singing buzz right now, absolutely loving it. Please check the link in the bio because I have courses and I have coaching and I have all kinds of things, and I would love to get to know you and meet you and invite you into my world of obsession about singing. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.